Hello there, and welcome back to War Thunder, to the second iteration of the dev server. A few things have been added, vehicle-wise, and changed, and I wanna go over this quickly. As usual, you can find the changes in the video description down below. And let's start here with the Uss Gearing, another Tech Tree 4.7 destroyers, as if the US would not have enough. It has your standard 5-inch 38 firepower, but it has really good anti-aircraft firepower because the 5-inch 38s can elevate much further than, for example, on the Moffett. You have 10 Mark 15 torpedoes that are not great, but you have also a plethora of 40 millimeters, and your belt armor is a bit better, but the turrets are even weaker than, for example, on the Moffett, which is 0.3 battle rating higher. Nice ship, and unnecessary, to be honest. Let's come further with another addition to the Merkava Mark 3D, which got a mine protection, and in this case, as you can see in the armor view, it is an extra 40mm. How useful that will be, I don't know, we will see. That is the US rather rare Merkava Mark 3D, by the way. Little detail, new 3D model for the F1C Avenger. The same goes, by the way, for the British one, the Avenger 2, and it's just a nice little detail that low tier planes are not forgotten. And then there is a controversial change, and that is that the Mark 13/44 have now a release speed of over 750 kilometers per hour. That means you can go basically max speed with the BTD-1 in an attack run. And then we have, for Germany, a low tier premium Stuka with a really cool skin. It's from Libya, and you have, as usual, the 1-ton bomb. As a tier 1 premium, not that expensive, but also not that useful, but for collectors this is obviously a must-have, and that 1-ton bomb still hurts quite a lot. Now let's come to the I-15 for Russia. Also gets a nice little new 3D model. I don't know why those low tier planes get so much love, but I'm the least one to complain. Let's have a look at the IS-2 Revenge, a very old premium that gets a bit love with a new extra top-mounted 50 cal, your standard Russian 50 cal. Just a nice little bonus right there. Then we have obviously the napalm bombs, and they basically have not really changed since the first dev server. As you can see, I did a few of test runs, and you basically need to deliver a direct strike in order to achieve any results. I don't know where this is going with napalm, but I think Gaijin should drop the buffs hot on it, and that's my 2 cents on this. The British Jaguar GR1A also gets some additions in terms of a new freshly high resolution cockpit, which I absolutely approve. The details are all there. Let's continue. The Jds Ionami Dd103 is the top tier, top end of the line new patrol boat edition for the Japanese coastal fleet. It is equipped with 3 twin 3-inch guns, auto guns, and at least they have AP. They have also proximity fuse HE supplemented with radar. That's decent, but that's the only armament aside from weak depth charges and torpedoes. Not really a good winner, especially if you consider the brutal grind towards it. Let's continue with the M36b2 Slugger, and that is at 5.7 in contrast to the American at 5.3. The reason is basically only that it gets a heat FS round with 305 millimeters of penetration, so more heat at lower tiers, yay! For China, we have now a new top shell added to the new ZTZ99A, the DTC10125, 577mm of penetration, and then we also get a decreased reload for the ZSD63 down to 13 seconds, which is almost good. And yeah, we also get now a new F5C in the tech tree. As you can see, it comes after the previous one, and at the moment it actually lacks any sort of payload, loadouts, no missiles, bombs, whatever, and I think that this is a placeholder, and we see some additions before the release. Now there is Italy, and Italy gets a new premium, the L640. That is a low tier premium with a auto 20mm. It has also up to 48mm of penetration with APCR, nothing too spectacular, and the armor is okayish for that battle rating. Really great addition though is that on the Breda 105 we see that now the side plating is open and you have a much better turret rotation arc or gun rotation arc. And how that looks, let's have a quick look into the test drive, and we can see that the firing arcs are actually pretty impressive. We must not forget our French friends, and here we also have the updated cockpit for the Jaguar R for the French as well, and as you can see, the details are just really great, especially in 4K as I play. Now I want more top tier jets and bombers and actually all the planes to have such detailed cockpit. Now we come to the last nation, last but not least, and we have Israel, which get 3 different tanks. The first one is in the tech tree and is basically the Il Tiran 4, which is a T-54. We also have APDS and Heat FS, which is great, but you know, the armor, the mobility, the gun handling, not so much. Bit better though than is the premium Magar 3. I personally never really liked the Magar 3, but it is what it is, right? And then at the end, the Shotkal Dalet. So all 3 tanks are basically already in the game. We get them added to Israel, and that is great. So that's it basically for this dev server overview. I hope you enjoyed this rather quick rundown. I couldn't include all the nitty little gritty details because otherwise it would have become a 30-minute video, and also I have made already a first video about all the other stuff that got added and basically not changed. Again, the list of changes are in the video description down below as a link. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a like with it, subscribe if you want to see more, and we'll see each other on the waves in the skies and on the battlefields of War Thunder.